Hey everybody, good evening and welcome. It is Obi-Wan Pez for and Simplex Pachinko. Yeah, so the title is true. I got word today that I lost my remaining grandfather, and you know our family's broken up and hurting a little bit, but at the same time, I decided to have a little, miniature celebration of life kind of wake to say I'm gonna miss him, and we'll maybe share some stories if we have time or interest or anything like that. And so, it won't be a bummer, I promise. So we're gonna, I have done the onboarding process in the lush area, and we'll try a rocky desert this time. So, get this actually on stream so everybody can see just how awful I am at this type of game. So, we're gonna do onboarding, advanced games, settings, no single player, and we haven't really talked about joinability, but it'll be fine. My goodness. So loud.
Separation from main transport complete. Group 8 delivered to Calistian region. All pioneers functional, initiating dispersion. Attention Pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the Artificial Directory and Assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program. A Fixit Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems. Initiating planetfall. Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1. Beginning aero assist. Drag within acceptable parameters. Descent phase begun.
Hey Christopher, how's it going?
Deploying parachute. Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retro propulsion. Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal.
Yep, I hear ya.
Situational exploration suit nominal.
Sent the kids off to bed.
Acceptable.
Well, we're doing alright.
Congratulations, you are the 3rd in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, A-B-B, in the binary system of Akicha. Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding. First contact safety tool supplied due to presence of alien megafauna. Adhere to Fixit procedure and equip the Fixit Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone.
Alright, so we want to get this thing. Right, cool. Go inside. No. I had a problem with this last time too. Oh, tab to enter. Okay. Maybe I should just read the instructions, which are right on the screen.
Next objective, dismantle the drop pod. Fix-It Incorporated is cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base, often referred to as the hub. Next objective, use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
Oddly enough, I cannot move to the right while Ada is talking. So that's slightly interesting, I guess. There we go. $560, $350, and that's gotta be the one that wins. Hey.
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fix-It to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
Kind of like this region because it's nice and flat, but at the same time, we'll see what else we got in the immediate area. We got limestone over here, right? That's helpful. Can't search for limestone. Interesting.
Next objective, use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources. Fix-It does not pay by the kilometer.
And then just punch it once in the face for good measure. Yeah, it works. Good times.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Good times. Yep, definitely. So in my playthrough where I was doing just, you know, messing around and stuff like that, I never really played very far. I got to the point where I put down a research hub, and then like collected the research that I had already gotten. So hi. really didn't get very far, but that was also pre 1.0, so I felt comfortable calling this a first playthrough. Okay. What do we got? Hub. Okay. I think that's as east-west as we're going to get here. The creature's in the way. Here's good, I think. No, that's not what I wanted.
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful Fix-It pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding. Once finished, the hub will function as
Yeah.
your base of
This
operations.
guy's completely docile.
Next objective, complete hub
He also's got
upgrade 1.
interesting little sucker tentacle-y sort of legs. Good times. So what brought you over today? Well, nobody yet. Hey, Sensation, how you doing? Just browsing. Very nice. Well, thank you for coming on over. My name is Obi-Wan Pez, and this is N Simplex Pachinko. We do Tuesday night math nights. Been doing math streams for 3 years, something like that. And tonight we're just hanging out. It's a special kind of night, just because I got word my grandfather passed, so we're just gonna hang out, have some cozy vibes, and, you know, relax a bit. Maybe tell some stories if we got interest. We're feeling up for it. Yeah, thanks. He was like 86, so let's put it in perspective there, but at the same time, you know, it was kind of like, okay, so we gotta get that going. You know, it's always sad whenever it happens, so. Alright, we need to get here. We need iron ingots first. Alright, so we're gonna need 5 more. Oh, yeah. True. That is very true. I gotta work on my mannerism, Yorkshire. That's just Britishism, really. Everybody uses that one, right? Right.
Hub upgrade 1, storage and frame, completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission. Next objective, Complete hub upgrade 2.
Only half of them are English, yeah. I made friends with a guy in Leeds who was Irish, and he was trying to teach me how to play Irish 9-ball. If you say, I know that guy. Alright, 20 rods, 10 plates. Three ingots to 2 plates. Haven't been, yeah. Alright, 10 plates is going to require 30 ingots, which is going to require 30 ore. And then we needed 20 iron rods, which is 20. So we need 50. Okay. I do not have scroll up, scroll down to swap hand equipment. Although it is possible that I just don't have any at the moment, so I won't blame them. Equipment workshop, there we go. Okay, so 6 plates, 4. Oh man. 3, 6, 9, 13. I've got 4 in hand. Now there was 13 for us. Yeah, I got you. No, we need 20 plate. No, I can't do this one anyway. Right, we're good. Actually, equipment workshop, add to to-do list. So we need 4 rods. I do like how the gravity is nice and light here. So we can jump a pretty significant distance without it being too overwhelming. Alright, now I would like this. Maybe here? So we can access it directly. Just got this little one that goes out. That's going to be slightly annoying, but whatever. Okay. Oh, we have that. So, portable miner. I think we'll just go with the one for now. Okay, tab. Send that to nope. There you go. Achievement unlocked. Something to do with the portable miner. You've been mining. Cool. This is also pretty nice. I don't have to put, like, it's got its own fusion drive or something. I don't have to put anything in it to make it go. Hot for teacher. Yeah. I have a complicated relationship with that song. Oh, this music was playing yesterday, and I was looking around like, where's my phone? Because it sounded just like, I don't know, one of the WhatsApp maybe, the song. Discord, yeah. It's like that exact same tone. Alright, go over here. Need to get this automation going as fast as possible. The one Mina. Hey, how's it going? My name is Obi-Wan Pez, and this is Ensimplex Pachinko. We are doing some Satisfactory, obviously. Tonight, typically we do math streams on Tuesday nights. In order to help students get more interested in mathematics and doing some cool stuff out there. So, going amazing. Love to hear it. Okay, so we got that one. Hub upgrade 2 is good.
Hub upgrade 2, power and shell, completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner generates power when fueled.
Woo.
Fun fact, most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with Fix-It technology. Fueling the biomass burner with inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective, complete Hub upgrade 3.
Yeah. How's it going? I don't think you should be here. It's not going to be very pleasant. Alright. Well, thank you. So, yes-ish. I've done up through the end of onboarding and put down a research bench, and then like collected all the research that I'd already done. And that was as far as I got like 2 days ago. And then I was like, you know what? Let's play Satisfactory on stream. You know, it just came out with a 1.0 update, and this is really my first playthrough of 1.0. Like I sat down last week probably and booted up my old hey yo, and who might you be? Whomst are you? Okay. We'll meet again later. copper ore, just to get a sense of where. Oh, 200 meters. And oh, kilometer. Cool. Get a sense of where that is. Cool. Yeah, so Satisfactory generally... So I originally played Factorio, and that was kind of like... I was much more interested in that one. And for a long time, I was all about Factorio. And then I was just like, I'm not very good at this. And I saw people doing... I was doing more... like I was watching other people start to play Satisfactory, and they were doing all of the three-dimensional buildings, and I was like, that's probably what my Factorio, my Factorio run needed. Hang on just one sec. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Didn't know if somebody wanted me out there, but nope. Biomass burner, right, we got that. We've got other stuff. We would like to be able to make biomass so that we can not burn just leaves and wood, which are extremely inefficient. So this was another thing that I was thinking about when I was kind of like planning out in my head. Oh, well, thank you for the follow. Usually it does, so that's strange. It could be that, who's its stream elements might be down. Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be the first time. You know what? Let's just double check real fast. Hydrate. Alright, thank you very much, Mina. You know what? I had not signed the agreement at some point in the last, 6 months or whatever. It's one of the problems of not visiting the site that the bot is in fact in your chat. Cool. Let's give you a freebie. Hang on. Overlay. Yeah, that one. Edit. Oh, were we playing this game? Are you pretending that all of my stuff is gone? Alright, so yeah, that's my usual one. I must just not have had it up. Just decided that it was going to be off. or probably because I didn't authorize it with the new terms of service or whatever. At any rate, thank you so much for the follow. If anybody is interested in coming to our math stuff, again, typically we do that on Tuesdays. And then do all sorts of fun, little random stuff whenever I feel like it. Typically gaming is also on Friday. So today is kind of an off day just because, again, had a notification from the rest of my family. Something going on, so. Okay, so we've got the portable miner, we've got enough. Yeah, we've got more ore than we know what to do with, so that's fine. Yes. Yep. So I have a Stream Elements overlay, which is what just popped up there when I did that. And I do math stuff, typically, again, Tuesday nights, but we could do it whenever also. Les, how's it going? Oh, you're banned. Woo. Spicy. Oh, I see how it is. And they sent like 50 messages to try and get through or something. That was fun. Cool. Then we also... Alright, so that should work for now, from now on. And also, we want to send... Well, welcome in. We also have 6 other math streamers who are part of our little consortium. I don't know. Part of our immediate group. Sensation Black also does TAing with Dr. Gold, and also is streams on his own, does study type streams, and has been learning various mathematical type things. Hey Les, not you. No, there was some bot seller. Go buy the best viewers. No, we got the best viewers right here. Woo. Anyway, yeah, these 6 other streamers are also mathy type people. We all joined forces over the winter and said we want to kind of like start building an audience as a community, and it's worked out pretty well. We all, pass raids to each other and try and kind of spread out our mathy type stuff. Danny is going to stream again, as far as I know, but I think he's just taking a break because he needs it. I definitely don't blame him, because my goodness. So Danny Highway does math streams as well, but he's been kind of maybe having a little bit of an existential crisis, just because he's more leaning toward the tutorial side of mathematics, whereas a lot of us are like kind of high level academic type people, which, yeah, it I get the feeling that he felt like he wasn't needed, maybe, and I really wish that I could tell him that, you know, he is most definitely needed. His perspective is unique, and I really like it. In addition, he also does philosophy streams, so he'll just like go on a rant about how somebody's position is unsupported. I love it. I mean, I love it when he calls me out too, so it's... But I also need to do more Zelda Breath of the Wild so that he comes back and visits more often. Because that's like his favorite game, so... My Switch is downstairs, though. The kids keep commandeering it. Alright, right, we need copper. That's a long way away. It's not that long, but it's slightly annoying. Alright, 200, yeah. Oh, man. Alrighty. Jeez. Like, as soon as I click banned, it's just like sends a avalanche of text messages to... That's ridiculous. Anyway. Sorry about that. Anyway. What is going on? Okay. Maybe we're just having a problem with Firefox. That is possible as well. Oops. What are you doing? Stop. Sorry, my monitor computer here is acting up. I tried closing the pop-up. Oh, you know? Oh! That was it. My controller was resting on the Enter key. That'd do it. Alright. Let's just refresh the page. Yeah, Mina, thank you so much for coming in. And, yeah. Glad to meet you too. Usually do artwork, so don't get any teachers right? Don't really meet teachers. That's cool. Alright, well, thank you so much for coming in and spending some time with us, and hope to see you in the near future, or we've also got various of us like to do classes occasionally. I'm thinking of doing a pre-calc class. There's a couple of guys who have done higher level college classes, including real and complex analysis. I did a differential equations class. It's just been a lot of fun getting to know the community and building up a network. I'm imagining that was picking up a whole crap ton of biomass. And hoop. We need the copper. So back over here, the copper ingots. Yeah, definitely. Everybody would love to have you over. Have a good one. Go for wire. Upgrade.
Hub Upgrade 3, Interior Furnishing, completed. The constructor can produce simple parts, and power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, Fixit's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero waste policy. We understand that Fixit pioneers are only human, and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 4.
It's not ominous. Okay, so we need iron rods in order to make the smelter. Yeah, I'll keep you in mind, thank you. Oops. Concrete and cable, right. Okay, so we can go this way. Spread that out a bit, just in case. After all, we do not want this to end up being too close. Which was, in fact, one of my problems earlier. Okay, no. I have a problem in that my keyboard is currently set for Dvorak, and it really does not like the fact that I changed my keybinds. Dump the copper ore in, and it has no power, right? So, expected. And then we would want constructors. Don't have any of that stuff, so. Reinforced iron plates. We need screws and iron plates. Okay, let's get. No, that's not what I wanted. 12. Okay, and then we need screws. 24. Oop, no, 48. More plates. There we go. Alright, Alright, we got 4, so that should be enough for 2 constructors. Right. Cables. Cable. How many we need? 8. So 16. 16 cables. Right. 7. Damn it. Yep, okay. We only got iron ingots at the moment, which could go in there, but you know what? That's ridiculous. Okay, we gotta finish. Well, at least I didn't waste anything except time. That's fine. Dump the excess in here. Iron ingots, ore goes in there. Right, and then we need more copper ore to get the constructors online. Could also knock out power poles. No. Okay, cool. We'll get those later. Okay, so perhaps putting all of it in here was slightly short-sighted. So I didn't have enough to actually do anything with. I'm missing a few resources. So we'll run over here and... Oh. Okay. We need a lot of wire. We also need cable. Comes from wire, right. $24 total. Yeah, we can do with that. We need the production constructor. Should be a line like this. I think. Well, it looks about right if it isn't. Slightly off. I'll be alright. Okay, constructor. We got enough for another one. Cool. Flip it around this way. Yep. Just like that. And move it up a little bit. And that is not what I want. Stop. Man. again. Line it up. Man, they're relentless today. Okay, that's looking good. So, what do we need? We need wire. Power lines are cables. Power poles are concrete. Cool. And more coil. No. Is that just wire? Yeah, wire. Iron rods, we got 8. That's plenty for what we got going on. 3. Wire. 8 of those, okay. Oh, there we go, limestone. $234. It's at least somewhat like close-ish to where the copper is. Let's go back. Need a portable miner. We need 2 iron plates for that. Let's make the portable miner. Water, that's nice. $66 meters. That away. Aha. Up. This is fine. Well, that's no good. I'm gonna need a jetpack before I actually make it up there. Not do that. 60 meters is up there. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh no. Alright. Might be in trouble there. Now we're alright. What are you? Oh, that's not good. There we go. Damage to fix-it property detected, thanks. Oh no. There's one. Ugh. Ow. Jerks. Nah, I'm not getting up there. Damn. Out. I'm out. Hey.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it, does not mean it won't eat you. Store this potential resource for later use.
I love it. And that's basically fungi in a nutshell. Right, it is almost guaranteed that the fungus, if it is not actually edible, will attempt to eat you. I'm kind of curious about that. And that, I think, is probably going to be hostile. If we attempt to approach.
Look through the window.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer
Whoa.
was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application. Store it for later use.
Alright, so yet again, Ada does not, when Ada is running and Ada is talking, it does not allow me to use my right motion because I have the Dvorak keyboard layout set up, and apparently there's some setting somewhere that uses the U key. Very unfortunate. Apparently we're on an ad break. see if we can get the limestone deposit that we had way back here originally without too many problems. I don't like that sound. What is making that, like, burbling noise? It's terrible. I think it might be the big one, but... in which case it's harmless. But still. Hate it. Okay, so we'll go with power line. Nope. With power. Okay, so we've got to get concrete. Oh. Okay, so we go back over here. Dump some stuff off. Those are two different things. Okay. I can get rid of the barrel nut. Bacon agaric. Mercer sphere. Keep this wood over here for now. And then we come back and make some concrete. So we go with our power pole. Oh, don't do that. Line goes from here back over to there. Grr. Clip through the building, it's fine. Alright, and then we get a power line that goes from here to there. Makes iron ingots, and then from there we got multiple different places we want the ingots to go, so we'll wait on that. However, we do have a new one to make. Right, like, we put this practically anywhere. Alright, let's see how far this goes. So, right. Okay. to basically the furthest extreme we can get. The line from there to there should be fine. We don't have enough resources, but yeah. So we need... Yeah, we got plenty. Got the codex messages there. Power line going from here to there as well. So now this one's maxed out. We also have the ability. Could throw in some fuel. It's not going to last very long, but still. Right, we would want some plates to be created. We can throw these in. Oh, no fuel. Okay. That's not that bad. Alright, we'll throw in 24. And go. That's a terrible idea. 48 more. 24 more. Alright, so that's gonna run for like a minute. That's fine. That's not what I want. No, change the recipe there. Wire. Hey, Sensation. Yeah. I mean, if you make it somehow financially profitable and somehow legal, I'm sure we'd find some awesome way to make it work. Yep, there it is. Alright, 10 concrete. We need 20 cables and 75 plates. So... no. Now the next question is, when do I get biomass production? Yeah, not here. It's too bad. Yeah, no, that's true. Generally also might end up becoming whoever pays the government more, so... I always like the idea of like sending them a warning and then sending them an invoice. I mean, they'll never pay it if they don't have to, but then you get their court to take a look at it, hopefully. Xeno Zapper, we've already got this thing, so at least I think so, right? Yeah. Again, 1 minute, but... Take output, throw it in here. Oop, take output. Character customization, I think we're gonna skip that one for now. Like I really don't want to give up 200, but at the same time, I'll keep it running for a bit. And wood is somewhat efficient. We need 20, we have 15. Plates, yeah, we have 2. Cool. Alright, take, give, take, and give. To make, no. To make cable we need copper, so that's different. Just to get to one scammer. Oh dear. Well, the one that Mark Rober did was pretty good. Hey, Punching. Yeah, thank you. My grandfather was approximately 86 years old, so it wasn't like a huge shock, but at the same time, like, you know, we kind of thought we had a little bit more time, and then he just was not well, so it was maybe slightly surprising, but just as to the timing of everything, but not entirely, as I said, not entirely shocking. So as of the next ad break, which is probably in about 45 to 50 minutes, we'll go grab a drink downstairs and give a toast. So if anybody wants to join in, feel free. Alright. There we go. Upgrade.
Hub Upgrade 4, Landing Platform and Utilities completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification. Portable miners, obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts.
Oh, come on.
There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 5.
One of the other slightly interesting things about my grandfather was that his nickname that his mother gave him was Hub. So it was, I was not expecting that when I started up this game. I went, all right, I forgot about that. Oh, absolutely. Yep. If you don't have a square root for trig sub. So the real question is, are you able to turn this whole thing into a Pythagorean theorem? Right. So that is a item squared plus item squared all squared. Interesting. But it's definitely going to be yeah, okay. Whoa. Had a second there where I was like, what did I just do? But it's definitely trig sub? Or okay, it is in the trig sub section. Alright, so let's see. So if you were to draw out the triangle, you still, in theory, could get your x squared plus 1 squared being your legs, and then say, my hypotenuse is going to be this thing. So, like, that is... Yep, I'm trying to think. So if you have that being your square root... Uh-oh, we're idling. A lot more of those. Some more of that. Let's see. 75 rods. Right. So that would get you... Let's see. Would it get you tangent squared? X is equal to... It's not quite right, is it? Got 1 over adjacent over hypotenuse to be a cosine. That doesn't sound right though, right? Let's see. Okay, so if you've got the square root of... Right, so inverse tangent, we derive it and we get... Hey, Super Henrik. Good evening and welcome. You know what? Let's go like this. So, save game OB stream. Yes. Onboarding. This is not going to pause. Hang on. We're going to do this. Because this is now... This is now slightly... slightly bothering me. Right, so we're going to go over here. We're going to say, let's go to the Math Night version and do the window capture. Bump it over to Excalidraw. We're going to take a few minutes to actually do this. You know, we're okay, Henrik, thank you. Alright, so secant squared over secant to the fourth is a good start, because that's going to get you a 1 over secant squared. Yes, so the good news about this particular one is that it also allows you to go into third dimension a lot better. And it's an FPS style, so if you like playing your FPS games, then that is a great addition to Factorio. Right, so you said integral dx over x squared plus 1 all squared. Right, so I almost always prefer to draw the triangle just cuz. But yeah, if we go x and 1 like that, this is going to be x squared plus 1. And in this particular case, we've got yeah, okay, I got it. So here, this bit, 1 over x squared plus 1, just like that, can be equal to the cosine of theta. Theta is here. So this means that this is the integral of cosine of theta times, and then we got to look at what's dx. So when we look at what is dx, we have to dig this thing out. So that's going to take a minute. This is going to end up being 1 over cosine theta is equal to x squared plus 1. This is going to be 1 over secant. Secant theta minus 1. And then we're taking the square root of the whole thing, and that's going to be equal to our x. Then you take the derivative of both sides, or you could decide if you want to instead go back and take the derivative of this one. It's going to be slightly, it's going to be implicit, because you're going to have an x and a dx. Kind of, you know, your choice here. But because I like differential equations a lot more than I like random calculus, I'll oftentimes take the derivative of stuff like this. And since this is secant, we're taking the derivative, that's going to be a secant tangent. D theta. The 1 drops from the other side, and we take the derivative of 2x. Sorry, we take the derivative of x squared, and we get 2x dx. And then x, we just found out on the lower side here, is going to be this nasty thing. This is not nice. I don't think I'll like this very much. No, because partial fraction decomposition uses factors of the uses factors of the denominator, which are multiplied together and different. So because this is a single term squared, you're not going to be able to decompose it. Yeah. Almost had me for a second. So with this being a secant theta tangent theta d theta over 2 square root secant theta minus 1. The good news is that our cosine and secant would go away immediately. That's about all the good news I've got. Yeah, because the derivative of a secant would be a secant tangent, but then you've got this extra cosine piece that's there, so that's really nasty. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? This is stupid. Why would I do that? Hang on. Back up. Cosine theta is equal to this stuff, right? But, like, F that. We don't need this other stuff to be dx. That's stupid. Don't do that. Instead, tangent of theta is equal to x. Way easier. Right, so then that also means that dx is going to be equal to secant squared theta d theta. Way better. Alright, so we end up with a cosine squared. There we go. I also was missing this earlier. Alright, times the secant squared theta d theta from dx. Alright, so all this stuff squared is going to end up being all that stuff squared. There we go. So that yields this term, that yields this term, and now cosine squared times secant squared is just 1. Way nicer. So it is the integral of d theta, which is just going to be theta plus c, which is then going to be equal to here, right? X is equal to tangent theta, so go backwards. Theta is equal to inverse tangent of x plus c. It feels like something went wrong still. Could very well be 100% true. One half times parentheses theta plus 1/2 cosine squared theta over 2. Ooh. Which becomes that, which becomes that, which becomes arctan of x plus x over that stuff minus 1. Hmm. Cosine squared of theta over 2. That's also an interesting prospect. So cosine of 2 theta is equal to, we don't really care which one we actually use here. It's going to be 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. I think so. Because cosine squared minus sine squared. Cool. Yeah. Right, and then if we have this be, let's flip it around. This is going to be the cosine of theta is equal to asterisk is equal to 2 cosine squared theta asterisk over 2 minus 1. So then we can shift this all around. This is going to end up being the cosine squared of theta star over 2 is equal to 1 plus cosine theta star all over 2. So this is going to be 1 plus cosine theta all over 2. You had this with a plus theta. And a 1/2 to everything. Maybe an extra 1/2 to this one. Yeah, it's not going to quite make it the same, huh? Oh well. And I guess really the question here is, do you see anything wrong with what I did? Because it's very possible that there is something massively wrong here. Super Henrik, is there any field of math that I think is interesting and not typically taught? I think probably. Now, I have opinions, man. So I think what we probably want to talk about is just even like got quiet. I would actually argue that most students at the high school level do not take discrete. And I think that the number theory that's taught in discrete math would be extremely helpful for a lot of the students who typically go into pre-calc and calculus. Now, it is true that a bunch of us learned a lot of that material anyway, at various points, but I think it would have been helpful had we had an explicit class to teach us number theory, to teach us, I mean, super basic number theory, but number theory nonetheless. So more statistics, combinatorics type stuff. Again, we learned it anyway at some point or another, but our peers who, like, you know, were college bound but not really super strong in math, a lot of them learned statistics and combinatorics in high school. And I think that would have been helpful for me personally, as well as several of my other classmates. At least, you know, a higher level of learning than what we did actually get. Because it was fine. It worked. But at the same time, it was kind of like... I don't know. We didn't learn a lot. We learned, like, statistics. We learned the basic stuff you do in Algebra 1. So, how do you do mean, median, mode, and range? How do you do the interquartile stuff? How do you plot that on your calculator? You know, super basic. Discrete engineering program didn't include it, yeah. So here's the other thing. At my community college, discrete structures was actually the same as the math proof class that I took. So it was not like discrete math as in the, you know, high school class that I'm alluding to. It's a bit different.
Hub Upgrade 5, Power Expansion, completed.
There it
The
is,
miner,
biomass.
unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution: as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The
bit.
onboarding program was established because Fix-It pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective: complete Hub Upgrade 6.
This is fine. Plugged into Wolfram, got the same answer as you, or as me? I'm guessing you, then. Oop. Yeah, okay. So I'd actually like to know where I went wrong with that one. Whoops. Well, good job then. No, we just need wire this time. No, that's all it ever makes anyway. Iron rods. Sir? Sir. Oi. Alright, I'm gonna take those. Those ingots are gonna be going to make stuff instead. We need 100. We're going to be just short. Yep, 94. Okay, now we need more concrete, so we'll go get that in a second. Ooh, that was weird. Doo-doo-doo. We need a third. We need 29, I think, so we need 30, so we need 90. 90 limestone, I think, in order to make that work. Oh well. Third of the way. Yeah, I like the sunrise here. Gives it a nice, fiery painted feel. The grasslands one that I was working on earlier, not on stream. The grasslands one that I was working on earlier doesn't really have quite the same feel to it. It is cool in its own right, but oh, okay. Thought they'd grown back. Not yet. Need those. Got all these. We want the concrete. We've got 30. Close enough. Can't do anything else with the limestone, so we might as well just make it. Cool. Nope, not there. There. Put in. Go.
Hub upgrade 6. Landing platform hydraulics
Biomass.
completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
Okay. So, let's see. We I also picked up a bunch of wood from what's it? The other biomass burner. So this is going to make 500 units, which is quite a lot. Yeah, it's the same kind of snarky, really dark, messed up sort of narrative, and I love it. I'm here for it every single time. Okay, we got wood and more leaves, which we can convert into biomass. Which, like, we don't need to do that right now, but at the same time, it's just easy. So we'll just do that. Okay. And then wood. Righto. So we've got that. We've got a bunch more biomass which can go in. Sort. Okay. Now, I'll go to tier 1. Nice. Obstacle clearing. Nice. We'll have a chainsaw. Part assembly. Assembler, copper sheet, rotor, modular frame, smart plating. Alright. We'll go with level 1. I don't really need foundations and ramps yet. Let's go with efficiency. Yeah, there's the molecular analysis machine. So this is the R&D stuff, and logistics is the splitter merger, which is really good. So let's do field research first. Alright, we need screws and copper wire. Also, we would probably like to build a crap ton. Okay, we also need to build this, but we can worry about that in a bit. Let's add that to the to-do list, which is under my face, I think. Maybe? Partially? One line. Alright, hang on one sec. Let me shift me up. Hey. Alright, that should do it. Okay, and then we go over here to logistics. We want the conveyor belts, which are 1 plate each. That's it? Oh. Okay. These might need to be placed as well. Takes 5 of them. Hey. Alright. And then, this actually does have, we're going to be building the miner out of here pretty soon. We need a lot of plates, so we're just going to keep on going. Then, we do need some screws for field research. 300. We can get 32. 7 TV. Ooh, ads are going to start. I'm going to go grab my drink, and anybody else who wants to join me for a toast, see you in just a few. So, 3 minutes. Be right back. Alrighty. So, anybody who would like to join me here? Tonight's stream and this particular toast. Or, as always, hashtag not sponsored. By the Beavertown X Clemson and Sons Espresso Coffee Stout. Alrighty, thank you, Punching. This is to my grandfather, who has always been a source of comedy, inspiration, you name it. Not being the most perfect person in the entire world, but being somebody that I could certainly at least look up to and see, you know, where the rest of my family got it. So, this is to my grandfather, Herbert Howell Eames Jr. May you rest in peace, sir. I love you. Sorry to see you go. But, had a good run. Now, as I said before, Grandpa made it to approximately 86 years old. So, like I said, he had a good run. There was some unfortunate stuff that happened at the end there. He ended up, you know, his care nurse came in to help him get cleaned up and whatnot, and he ended up, I think he was sleeping at the time, so he was startled awake and unfortunately fell out of bed, broke both of his hips, and then because of another medical problem he had, became septic. So it was at that point that my mother, the nurse, and her brothers and his wife, my grandmother, and sister, who's still living, decided that, yeah, it's probably time. So it was unfortunate. The good news was that they gave him the good stuff. Gave him a pretty good amount of morphine. But unfortunately, he just never woke up. Which, actually, judging by the amount of pain he probably would have been in, was a good thing. So, thank you, sir. My mother likes to tell the story of when she called over to ask them what to name me. And she said, you know, now, what do you think about the name Herbert? And she's on speakerphone with my grandmother, and Grandpa is way in the background. And she says all she could hear was him in the background going, "Don't do it! No!" He was like, that kid's gonna get picked on if you do that. Don't do it. Don't name him Herbert. Both of my uncles are kind of... in fact, all three of my uncles, the two on that side and the one on the other side, are ridiculous, like, comedians. It's kind of interesting, now that I'm looking at it. But, yeah, like I said, you can see where it comes from on that side. Let's see. Screws need to come from rods. Right, so once we get this done, we want to flip it over to the splitter so we can at least get this other stuff. Yep, good. That screws there. Definitely need to get this on a creation system. Okay. And we go back. Oh, right. 3. We need iron rods for... and we need a lot of... Oh, man. Okay, that does it. We need actual miners. Production, yeah, there we go. So we need the portable miner, and we need a lot of limestone. Which is one of the sad ironies of this. We need the limestone to make the limestone. Alright, we're going to pick this up. Oh, boo. Alright, so we got to open this. We're going to pick up the whole miner. There we go. We're going to move out to the limestone site. Let it do its thing with the limestone, because it's going to be faster than me. I should have done this a long time ago. Let's be honest. What? Can I not do it? Oh no. Oh no. I can't do it. Ah, fine. Is it not flat enough? Is that the problem? Alright, next question. Is that also going to be the same problem with the actual miner, if I make a miner? That's not going to be fun. Alright, worst case scenario, we actually have to... we got one there, got that, and still need limestone. All right. That's what that is. that it? I don't think bunny hopping's doing anything for us. It's too bad. We're gonna need 500 concrete. Lol. We're definitely gonna need to automate this. Because I do not wanna... Dude, I don't even want to do 30 concrete that much. Standing here for 500. Psh. Okay, so get the miner. Cool. Because it was... Got it. Yeah, I'm worried that this isn't flat enough. In which case I need to go to the other limestone deposit, which is guarded by some sort of... Well, I think there are two, and they're both guarded by some sort of animals. Very helpful. Hang on. Just... Okay, that way. No, okay, we can do it. Cool. Probably the best angle. That one's going to get us between these two things, whatever they are. What are you doing? Why are we highlighting? Why are we snapping? Okay, there we go. Okay, oh, I hit Alt-Tab, so it probably... I think I hit Alt-Tab. So it just automatically was like, yeah, you don't want to do that. There we go. Okay. Missing iron rod for building the ends. Oh my god. I can't wait until we have faster transport. Heyo. Super Henrik, thank you so much for subscribing. And hope you'll join us later for some mathy type stuff. I know that maybe it's also a different time or whatever, so Completely understandable. Yeah, we got enough biomass there. Woo! Wow, okay. That's really cool. We only burned a couple of... We didn't burn that much biomass. That's really awesome. Copper wire. Need a lot of copper wire. Also, can get our... Right. We need another miner. Induction miner. Do not have portable miner, therefore. Alright, need to make portable miner. Ooh. We can make 7 of them. Don't really want to make 7, so we'll just do 1 for now. Hope that works. No, 3. Yep. Cool. We got that going. Awesome. We are going to want to change the configuration here. We want to take this constructor down. We're going to want to... You know what? I think I may have jumped the gun here. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. We just need to get the... Ugh. We need a lot of copper wire. We need the copper wire for this one, and we also need the copper wire probably for the next upgrade before we get the splitter. But pick up miner. Back up. Throw down the miner. Probably right. Yeah, close enough. You know what? Cool, cool, cool. 120 per minute, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's not too bad. Go from there to there. Oh, lovely. We don't even need any of the rods. It's great. And then we'll go from here to here. Yeah, pretty close. And then we're going to, let's see if we can build a storage container. Yes. Right there. With that boy. Yeah, slightly off, but it's alright. Alright, we're gonna need more limestone yet again. Oh, it's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so much wire. And here, actually, right? This is going to take the ingots, and we can actually do the same thing here. So, take the ingots and put them into a storage container for now. Alright. Probably should have taken that copper. Man. So I don't actually know what the end goal is for this. It is not to escape. You have been sent by the corporation to send resources back in order to save humanity, allegedly. I don't know how I quite feel about that, and whether that's necessarily true or not, but you know what? We'll go with it for now. Like I said, don't know if it's true. Right. Connection, we want wire. Go from here to there as well. Nice, nice. Here, go spit some out. That's not what I wanted, really, but whatever, it's fine. Alright, so we do really want the constructor. We'll put it back for now. Nope. Whoa. What the hell, man? If you're off by one, it really... this, go from here to there, and then say, now we want this to produce... Fine, iron plates for now. Oh, no power. Right. That has all connections. Yeah. We're gonna destroy this power connection for now. And then connect this power connection to here. Then we're gonna have to go the other way and say that we want to connect this one. No. Okay, cool. Okay. Connect this all the way out to here. Wire's too long. Damn. Okay, we gotta destroy this one. And then say that we want to connect. Stop that. I need to change stuff. This is ridiculous. That one. To its extreme. And then connect this to there. Yes. Okay, then there's no connection. There's no power currently. So we gotta go over here. It's nice of the plants to grow back in a somewhat timely manner. Okay, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna give this biomass as well. So, yeah. It's pretty great. Capacity of both of these, each of them is going to be 20 megawatts. And our current consumption rate is somewhere around 4.1 out of 8 for that one. And 8.1 out of, or 13, 8.1 and 13 for that one. So it depends on what exactly is going on at that exact moment in time. but it's going pretty well for us. Okay, and then we also can just make biomass from both these. Okay, we've got all the stuff we need for that over there. We can just make a bunch of these for now. So one of the other stories I got from one of my uncles, because goodness knows Mom didn't tell me this one. Oh, it's gonna be a good one. Was that my mom was probably like, 18, 20-ish, and somebody knocks on the door, and my uncle was downstairs, and Grandpa opens it, and there is a guy who's like super hippie, and is like, "Hey, is your daughter in?" And he was like, "And you are?" He's like, "Well, she said she was gonna come to this essentially hippie commune," and he was like, "No," slams the door in the guy's face and walks away. My mom goes downstairs and is like, "Who is that?" He's like, "Nobody." It's At some point she was like, "I didn't know you did that." He was like, "I wasn't gonna let you go off and join a cult." Okay, we got that one. Hey.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine,
Layers.
referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency and alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Oh, right, the pod's not here, so it can't accept any. Object scanner, that's nice. What do we get? Reinforced iron plates, we need 4. And screws, we need 50. Okay, so what do we got? Can make 50 screws? 52, I suppose. Yep. Well, thank you for coming on over. And, good night, Henrik. Yep. Everybody's got to work, unfortunately. Alright, we need... Alright. The reinforced iron plate is also a necessary... We need 4. So that's going to take up the stuff we just made. We can at least make some more Screws, there's only 12 here. Alright. We need to make some iron rods, which will then make some more screws. We need 52 total. Scans the area for a selected item, beeps at a rate proportional to proximity and direction. Nice. Alright, we have a miner on each location now, I think. I mean, that one's not working at the moment, but still, we have it. That's the important part. Let's see. We want this thing. Alright. Ugh. That, unfortunately, is already hooked into something, so... Yay! Build a power pole out in front of this. Right, and then we're gonna reconnect. No, we're gonna destroy that power line, reconnect that one to here, and this one to there. We also need to make that power line go all the way out there, but we're gonna need at least one pole to make that work. So we need concrete in order to make the pole. Need concrete for that too. Damn it. Alright, divisible by 3. So let's go with like 30. I'll make 10. Useful amount of concrete for stuff. Okay, so we've got enough, in theory. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We can go out that far, and then we're gonna connect again. That is still too far. And then build from here out to there. Cool, we got it. And we're on green, so this is actually running. Awesome. Production. I don't know that a smelter could... Oh, goodness. How do we get concrete? Hang on. We go with like this concrete. Or can we make it in? We can make it in a constructor. Okay, cool. So we need to make reinforced plating before we can do this. Also, what is our production consumption going to be? Because that's going to matter. Yay. Constructors will consume 4 megawatts per... well, 4 megawatts. That's all that really matters. Max consumption is 13, so 17 at the moment. On either one. So, regardless of where we actually place it. We're going to have roughly the same amount. Reinforced plating, we need more screws. Constructor. 2. Good. Yep, that's it. Stop. Nope, not that one. Alright, 3. There to there. Nice. Stop. Okay, and then we go from here to here. This we need to make concrete. Woo. And then we need to make a holding storage container. We're missing iron rods. Okay. There's a lot of running back and forth. It's fine. See, in Factorio, you get a train system. This is iron plates, we've got plenty of them. Okay. Storage container. Yeah, right, we're good. This is going to be the correct alignment. And then we have to do this thing again. We have to do this thing again. From here to there. Plenty of it. This is going to get us all the concrete. Awesome. 5 megawatts. Okay. 4 megawatts. Takes 4 seconds to construct. Here. Dumps all of it. Nope. Is there too much? Yeah, there's too much on it. It's because I added too much. A little weird. Alright, so further story time. Here's some Obi lore for you. Really, it's lore about my grandfather, of course, but so he famously did not get along with my father at all at the very beginning, because he's just he was a Marine drill sergeant way back in Korea. And he did not get along with my father, because my father is, of course, the man who is trying to take away his daughter. So, for the longest time, they had kind of a, you know, slightly tense relationship, but it was fine overall. And my father ended up meeting up with Herbeam Sr., naturally, my great-grandfather, who talked with my dad about, like, basically anything and everything. What is going on here? Oh, wow, okay, that's not hooked up. Cool. Yikes. You good? Yeah, okay. But my great-grandfather made it a point to talk with my dad. And like, hey, you seem to be not particularly welcome here. Just because, again, my dad was the guy who was trying to steal away this guy's daughter. Oh no. Alright, one of our power grids has shut down, most likely because I overloaded it. Let's see, which one is it? It's this one, right, because I just put on another 5. 544. 544. Ah, yeah, that's 26. That's way too much. Right. So my great-grandfather, Herbing Sr., ended up talking to my dad specifically about the Red Sox, because both of them were Red Sox fans. And that was like his in to the family, because my great-grandpa was very interested in talking about about Red Sox with him, and my grandfather basically wouldn't give him the time of day. But a couple of months into my parents' relationship, great-grandpa went over to Grandpa's house and was like, "Hey, lighten up. He's cool." Hey, Alec. How's it going? Good evening and welcome back. We're doing some Satisfactory tonight to see how things are going. That's a 544, so that's only 13, but we can't connect to anything else there. Yeah, well, things are going pretty well. Got word that my grandfather passed, and it was expected, but you know, we thought we maybe had a little more time. It's just things didn't go terribly well. So, been telling a bit of stories, had a drink, raised a glass. Now drinking water. Yep. Yep. And you know, that's the tough thing about particularly him, was somewhere around 5 or 6 years ago, he kind of just didn't want to see people anymore, and unfortunately that included me and his great-grandchildren, my children. So in a way, I kind of mourned the loss a long time ago. So it's kind of it's a lot less of a blow than it could have been, which is kind of too bad. But hi, do you want those? Oop, that was nope. Do you want this? Because I could be persuaded to drop it somehow. At the lizard doggo. Yes, please. Oh. I'm scary. That's fine. Alright, so I think the best way to make this work is to break one of these connections and build a third. Build a third thingy. Yep. called? Biomass burner. As much as I like, don't want to necessarily put one. Ugh, really? So, what do we get biomass? Can we make it? Constructor. Okay. Interesting. Locked. Not that. Alright. Start that back up. And like... Alright, so we can... We can't hook up another 544, that's just not gonna work. Oh, right. We need to also remove the plates that are here, because we're full. Which then makes everything else full. Alright. Got that. Can I throw stuff? No. Worth a shot. Still need a lot more concrete. I'm gonna have to make another mass burner. Arg. Alright, it'll be alright. Burner. Let's put it over here somewhere. Nope, that's good. And then connect that power line to here. Right, and then let me chuck this in. Start her up. Capacity 30? Man. We could shut one of these down entirely. That's so great. Let that burn out. Kill this connection and build it up over there. Oh. God. All right. That works. Right? Right? $22. right? Did I break it, or is it good? We got 22 max. Should be a 26 max. Oh, what did I disconnect? Oh dear. Oh no. No. What did I do? No. Oh no. I clicked something bad. There we go. I clicked tab while holding shift, so that's why that did that. Alright, these... Oh, that's only 2 things. Right. So, 5 and 4? 5 and a 4? Yeah. So we got a 9 in one direction and a 13 in the other. So yeah, 22. But there was a toggle for run. Guess not. So my great-grandfather, Herbeam Sr., also passed away in 2004. And right when he was kind of falling ill and getting sick and not really able to, you know, stay... Right when he realized that he was probably going to die fairly soon, again, this is 20 years ago, he often had, you know, my dad often visited him because he was the reason that he was, like, accepted into my mom's family in the first place. So he would often visit my great-grandfather, and during his last visit there, he was like, you know, this was April 2004, I think. He said, you know, I really want to see the Red Sox win the World Series. My dad's like, hey, I'm not sure I'm going to live to see that. Whoops. For anybody who doesn't know, they won the World Series that fall. And for any superstitious people, yes, it was definitely him that did it. Yeah, 100%. Alright, how much time we got? Oh. We just ran right through an ad break. Sorry. Yeah, Twitch doesn't give me enough warning on this because my monitor computer over on the left is completely desynced, and it only shows that it has gone to an ad break after the ad break is over. Very helpful. Yep, there it goes. Just started an ad break. Liar. Alright, so we go with the iron rods. Gonna need 37 of them to complete this set. And then we'll just make the rest anyway. Well, 57's good. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Logistics. So now we do actually get the...
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
This is fun. Okay, so here we can turn this on to standby and then give it a full complement of biomass. Alright, all of our stuff has been built up here. We now need logistics splitter. We need a splitter to go here. Hang on. Stand by. Pull all these, and then destroy. Ah, come on. There we go. It's the Alt key, it just keeps messing with us. Dismantle all this and take that stuff with us. That's cool. Nope, that's not it. Right, so... Right, we hit J. Go for limestone. That's not what I wanted. Actually don't know like what this is trying to... Maybe I haven't done anything with it? Oh, there's nothing attached to it. Okay. It doesn't have any sort of connection, so it can't do it. I think. 320. Nice. It's a lot. Still need 1,500, but nonetheless. It's a good start. So we need a splitter to go here. That's going in, And then we've got stuff that's going to come out one way to go to a production line. Constructor, yeah. Again. Make sure it's lined up first. That is not quite the right orientation. There we go. So, number one. Plates. Number two, iron rods. Don't have reinforced iron plates. Cool. Base building will take to the next milestone. Right. We need reinforced iron plates. Build a constructor in this direction. This one, build iron rods. Oh, no power. Right. Yes, of course. This is 9 max consumption. So we've got actually pretty good consumption going right now. This needs to hook up to a secondary power pole, which then can link up to each of those. Oh, missing cable. Ah. Oh, that's not what I want. I need to go over here, get cable. Okay, that's probably too many for right now, but whatever. Oh, right. Also, hook this one up into it. Okay, then we need to hook both of them up into a storage unit. The one on the right should probably be hooked into a storage container first. Hang on. Missing iron rod. Wait. Haha. Alright, so we get a storage container. Hook it up over here-ish. And then hook. Come on. Hook that into there. Oh. I don't know whether I can conveyor merge. No. Hmm. Oh. Of course I can. It's literally right there. Conveyor merger. Take that. Right, conveyor merger. Take that back. Connect that one to here. Connect that one to here. And then connect this to a storage container. There we go. So now we got both of those things coming over here, and both of them are filling up this container. Whew. Borderlining on exhausting, I swear. Okay. We need 100 of those. This can merge over there. That can merge over there. We need 200 concrete and 100 iron rods. It's going to be a while before the iron rods are ready. I can go over and figure out how copper stuff is doing. So much copper stuff is going to be made. It's ridiculous. I mean... takes 4 seconds. Takes 2 seconds. So literally can split this into 2. Okay. Splitter. Got it. Nope. Nope. Splitter. Okay, this can take in stuff from over there. Ew. Might be a bit close. Yeah. Man. Alright, hang on to that. Well, okay. Okay. There we go. So, pick this up. Pick this up. Split this input. move closer. Okay. That. Stop. Alright, we're going to move this way to get to 1. Constructor. We're gonna need another constructor. Stop it. Wire. No power. Right. Okay. We're good there. So it's got 3 connections. We can go from here and split this to... build from here to here. And then from there to there. Okay, then. I mean, right, that was actually kind of ridiculous. Then we need a secondary, but I don't have the, yeah, okay, I need plates. As always the plates. So we need screws, which means we need to just take all of it. Alright, we need 100 to go there. 50 concrete to go there. We need more concrete. We can go get more concrete, and I need to take a quick break. I'll be back in a minute. Thanks everybody for sticking around. Sorry so much, but I didn't see the other break, and now things are getting kind of fun. Alright, be right back. Righto, good times. Sorry about that. We do not have... We do need some wire. And we are holding a lot of copper ingots, so that's fine. We need to go and collect concrete from the other places in order to get the full base building stuff. In theory, we should have a lot of concrete over here. I don't know about 650 worth, but one can hope. No. Pretty good, though. It's going to get us at least the 150 we need for base building, and then we'll get that launched off. And then we'll get the other... Right, 165 for space elevator somewhat shortly. Alright, how are we doing on power? Biomass, we need more here. Gonna need more there pretty soon. Plenty. Okay. Fill that up. And go.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
You know what? Okay, let's go over here and see how much we got. It's not a lot, but alright. Grab this real fast. Do like half and half. We'll go with the engineered. Fix it. Check it. Summer sloop. Nuclear waste. Yeah, nice. Coupon trinket. Golden mine. We don't need everything to be gold, so... We'll go for something a bit darker. Not quite. Overalls. Overalls. definitely be essentially denim. Oh, I had a good one yesterday. I don't know where. It's there? Yeah, somewhere around here. It's a belt. Okay. Oh, I would like khaki. Okay. Configure pole. Huh. There's not a whole lot of configuring to be done there, so don't know exactly what's going on, but alright, cool. Iron plates, we have too many at the moment. We needed 250. Iron rods come from iron ingots. So we're going to see if we have any spare iron ingots at the moment. Yeah, pretty much. Which we can supplement by making the rods ourselves. Obstacle clearing, we need another 100 concrete, another 100 of the... Okay. So if we... Yeah, if we try to make 100 cable, it's going to take 200 wire. So it's going to set us back quite a bit. I say we go for the space elevator first. We don't have any plates. Yeah, we still don't have plates because I didn't actually make them. Okay, logistics. We need a merger again so that it lines up with that one. Merger. Did I hit backwards? Don't want a splitter. Merger. Yeah, I did hit down. Oh, no, jeez. Okay. We're getting pretty close, though. Okay, we got the plates again. We're almost there with the iron rods. Almost there with the wire. I'm gonna check on our concrete. So close. Alright, 15, we only need 45 limestone, so that's not too bad. Plating. We need a few more screws. Plating. It's 79 more. No, we're still missing. I need 3 cables. Man. There are in so many other things space here. God, come on. Mean. Let me try it. That's one way. Does this have enough clearance? That one does have enough clearance. We can make that. And then no idea if this is gonna work. Yep, yeah, cool. I want this to also make wire. Believe there's not really anything else that we want from copper, right? Nope. Okay. This one already has 4 connected. Yep. And then we need cable. Okay, so that's that. We need just wire left over. Yeah. You've been playing for 2 hours. Fix-It would like to remind you that while resting is not an activity associated with... i.e., please take a break. Alright, we now have enough for the space elevator. So we're going to come out into the middle area over here. Let's first pull a bunch of the plants so we don't end up just destroying them and wasting them. Special space elevator. We've got all the stuff for it. Great. We need to back off. No, do not do that. Space elevator. Give or take. And here we we go. Woohoo!
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
It's fine. Okay. Alright, so screws, cables, and concrete. Seconds there. This is a lot, right? Half a second each. Okay. Alrighty. So I think this is where we're going to leave it for tonight. We'll save over the onboarding save. And thank you everybody for coming on in. We are going to go right over to somebody else who we have been following for a while. Let's see who we have. Ready to Tina is doing the Dune Desert, currently on day 11. We've got Dr. Gold here for actual education, doing office hours. Got Frostpunk 2 for Domestic Dan. Project Zomboid Starfield. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. And let's see. Oh, Dr. Danny Anduza is unveiling a new Tyrannosaurus species. So actually, I think I want to go head on over there. and learn about the new Tyrannosaur, potentially. So, thank you everybody for coming, and we're going to raid on over there. We're probably going to be back on Friday for more actual gaming stuff, and then on Tuesday for more actual math stuff. In the meantime, we could do pretty much anything we want. This was going to be a special stream, just because my grandfather did pass away this morning, Eastern time. So we're doing okay. I'd say my mother is in a lot more broken up shape than. Again, I've had a chance to sort of grieve this loss years ago when he decided to stop seeing people just generally. My mother, being a nurse, definitely forced her way over there and said, "No, you are listening to me." Alright, well, see you all later. Hope you all have a good rest of your week. And I'll be around. So, my name is Obi-Wan Pez. This is N Simplex Pachinko. Have a good night.